Joanna Gaines, known for Fixer-Upper, has always been inspired by her great design sense and friendly, down-to-earth manner. Joanna has built an enterprise with Chip and transformed old houses into stunning sanctuaries. However, she has addressed several urgent fan concerns lately. Joanna discusses her struggles and successes juggling celebrity, family, and career in an exclusive interview. She discusses her recent initiatives, Magnolia's future, and her progress. Her insights on the ever-changing world of home design and public honesty will delight fans. Meet this incredible lady and discover the touching tales and significant situations that impacted her life. Joanna Gaines is unvarnished, authentic, and eager to inspire a new generation of dreamers and doers. Not a great start. Many people thought Chip and Joanna Gaines were the ideal celebrity power couple. Together, they not only hosted one of the most watched programs ever, but they were also obviously enormous real estate gurus who were the best at everything. In actuality, however, their journey to love hadn't been simple. There were issues from the first date, as Joanna took offense when Chip arrived late. This was the start of a turbulent relationship. Slow burn. Furthermore, other early indicators indicate that these two weren't meant to be happy together. He didn't seem to contact her again for 3 months after their initial date. This was presumably due to a wager Chip and his roommate had placed on not being the first to answer the phone. Was winning this $50 wager more important to him than going on another date with Joanna? It's not encouraging. Financial issues. Although Chip and Joanna Gaines are regarded as a very wealthy couple and real estate gurus today, they were really going through some fairly desperate financial problems prior to being cast as guests on the TV program. Luckily, the concert coincided with their financial situation since they were very strapped for cash. It wouldn't be the end of their problems either. Too good to be true. We can only speculate about the couple's traumatic experience as they dealt with their financial issues before the show's debut. It's amusing to consider that Chip believed the show was a fake when Joanna first told him about it. It was just too good to be true. Ultimately, he trusted her. Otherwise, they would have never been well known in the program. But was it fortunate or not? In actuality, it is a mixed blessing. Turning traitor. As you can imagine, the Gaineses must have been quite relieved and thrilled to have an excellent chance to appear in a TV program, especially because they faced severe financial issues. However, Chip Gaines didn't exactly approach this in the most honorable manner. He removed his 2 business partners from his real estate company without informing them about the impending show to avoid having to split the large profits with them. Strict. Court directive. But Chip's previous business associates weren't going to accept this treachery. They believed that because they had contributed equally to the company's establishment, they ought to have been able to gain anything from the performance, and he had purposefully denied them that opportunity. They filed a $1 million lawsuit against him, to which Chip retorted that they hadn't spoken to him in years due to the show's enormous popularity. Love is love. Furthermore, Chip and Joanna Gaines were involved in other controversies due to the program. Fixer-Upper showcases a new pair in each episode, but one kind of relationship is conspicuously absent. The program never included any LGBTQ couples or families. Some individuals believe this to indicate prejudice, and further data emerged to confirm this. Church of Hate. People began to question if the Gaineses were prejudiced against same-sex couples when they saw that they had never featured such couples on their program. However, their suspicions were validated when they found out which church they attended. Chip and Joanna's pastor advocated conversion therapy and was overtly anti-LGBTQ. Oh, how I wish, how I wish. Counterfeit Upper. Fans of Fixer-Upper continue to like the show and watch it often despite the marriage controversy. However, there are some problems with the program itself as well. For instance, it bills itself as a reality program, although some competitors have admitted that not everything on it is as real as it seems. For example, the conversations about purchasing a house are often staged, with the property already being bought before the broadcast. Actual cost. As much as the whole concept of Fixer Upper revolves around providing these content homeowners with a free makeover, the reality is that not everything is covered by the program. In fact, the homeowners are responsible for paying a large portion of the costs. So much so that prospective show competitors are recommended to budget at least $50,000. More yet, if you can. Disguise. The degree of the remodeling is another aspect that isn't quite as accurate as it is portrayed in the program. The home seems to undergo a significant makeover while you watch, doesn't it? However, some rooms get major renovations, while others merely receive minor adjustments, like fresh paint. Uncontrollably. Many people like Fixer Upper because it shows how Chip and Joanna Gaines fulfill homeowners' aspirations by providing them with the beautifully remodeled house of their dreams. However, it isn't their vision. It's not up to them. You have to consent to the Gaineses making all the choices before you can appear in the program. It doesn't seem fair at all. Radio silence. Additionally, some candidates on the program disclosed that they were quite disappointed with Chip and Joanna's treatment in other areas. Not only did the homeowners have very little influence over choices made about their homes, but they are also prohibited from speaking with the Gaineses personally. The hosts are too busy to communicate directly with anybody since they are now so well known. Hurt. Don't DIY. Another aspect of the program that is portrayed falsely is the notion that Chip Gaines does a lot of do-it-yourself tasks when renovating. Although skilled, he leaves many tasks to other employees who aren't seen on camera. Though we can see that he is really busy, we fail to see the necessity of being busier than he is. Go slowly. You may believe that an episode of Fixer Upper goes by fast when you watch it. In what seems to be only a few days, they search for a home, choose a location, and furnish it whole. But in all honesty, that's just television's magic. The whole behind-the-scenes process normally takes around 6 weeks when the improvements start. Decide to invest. The more we discover the story behind the program, the more we understand that the cast members endure much to participate in it. They must also clarify the rule they cannot apply to other renovation shows. That's not the only hurdle they must clear. You must let them know which ones you do. We don't think that's fair. Time of day. Observing the homeowners in the program gives the impression that Fixer Upper is a huge adventure. Finding the ideal house with the assistance of professionals and turning it into the mansion of your dreams after renovations? It seems enjoyable. However, the whole process may be quite difficult and taxing. For instance, shooting is permitted from 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. Even simply thinking about it wears us out. 3 little words. Being the first to declare love for someone may be difficult and frightening at the beginning of a relationship. And after telling Joanna a few months later, Chip didn't get the reaction he was looking for. She just responded, "Thank you." Just think, they got into a fight after he walked off. Though a few weeks later she did respond, the narrative is still not the most romantic we've ever heard. Downtown. Working with Fixer Upper can enable you to locate and buy your ideal house and have it expertly and first-rate remodeled. However, this does not imply that everything will be flawless. Quite the contrary. A couple disclosed that, despite their admiration for their home and its improvements, they were unaware of the neighborhood's extreme roughness and danger. Oh no! Avoid being cozy. Another lovely aspect of the gorgeous house makeovers on the popular television program Fixer Upper is the exquisitely coordinated furniture shown in the final result. However, the unfortunate reality is that most of this is show furniture. After filming, the gorgeous couches and draperies are removed, leaving the occupants without a cushion. Toxin friends. Finding out that the lucky couples on Fixer Upper don't have as glamorous an experience as you may imagine while buying and renovating a home is one thing. It's quite another, however, to find out that the encounter may be quite toxic. After seeing the program, the Environmental Protection Agency declared that the Gaineses were not adequately protecting themselves from lead paint exposure. Very startling. Wave of crime. Although this isn't specifically Chip and Joanna Gaines' fault, it gives us a nasty taste of the show's dark and menacing tone. Because it's wonderful that watching your favorite reality program may often encourage you to take on new challenges in your own life. However, do you know what motivated the majority of fixer-upper watchers? The largest impact was a sharp rise in construction material and barnwood thieves. What a depressing legacy. Legal concerns. It seems reasonable that the Gaines would ultimately want to take a break from shooting their popular program. However, the truth is that their TV career was difficult because of the controversy and difficulty they were always getting into, in addition to the long hours and effort they put in. For instance, they have faced many lawsuits, one from a Magnolia Market neighbor involving a contentious parking conflict. Bundle of not joy. You would assume that Chip and Joanna Gaines' followers would be thrilled and enthusiastic for them when they announced in 2017 that they were expecting their fifth child. But the truth was, people were awful. They said they were overcrowding the planet and disobeying their kids' requests to have fewer siblings. Perhaps the Gaines' cruel supporters are the real issue. Parenting put-downs. As if that weren't enough, the media also seized on the joyous news of the Gaines and spun it in a negative and judgmental light. Chip and Joanna Gaines are very prosperous, so parents can never do anything right. However, USA Today chastised them for prioritizing their businesses above their kids. That may be the case, but ultimately, it's their business and nobody else's. Hollow houses. Furthermore, other aspects of the program have also been exposed as being somewhat fake. You assume the show's contestants will move into their ideal house after discovering and perfecting it, right? In actuality, however, many rent the property out to tenants, particularly show fans, instead of living there once the program ends. It seems that the Gaineses become quite irritated when individuals act this way. Band-Aid infant. When the news broke, fans and the media chastised the Gaines family even more, refusing to unite and offer congratulations on their impending baby. Because it became known that the unhappy couple wasn't interested in having another child. Rather, they were merely trying to exploit the pregnancy as a way to resolve their problems. Dividing signals. In addition to the media and fans' skepticism over the underlying motivations behind Chip and Joanna Gaines' choice to become parents again, several stories circulated that suggested the couple was not exactly content behind closed doors. The pair have been dogged by divorce rumors for a long time. Are they true? Who knows? Spin-off specification. In addition to hearing many rumors and murmurs about their future on the show, Chip and Joanna Gaines had to cope with speculations about the potential disintegration of their marriage. Many began to worry about whether the Gaineses would take on more high-profile ventures when they rose to fame on their own. Joanna was said to be leaving to launch her own cosmetics brand. Repetition. Watching Fixer Upper gives the impression that everything on the program is true, but much of it is highly manufactured. They often have to repeat the same phrases to capture the perfect picture when they speak, even when they display the candidates' genuine responses and remarks. Hardly genuine. Concluding. The Gaineses were breaking up, but not just from the show, despite the persistent reports that they were calling it quits on their love and professional relationship. It was declared that the fifth season would be the last to air since it debuted on the network. Together, they came to the choice, but it would only fuel more ominous suspicions. Rocky justifications. Following the announcement that Chip and Joanna Gaines will be ending their marriage with the upcoming fifth season of Fixer Upper, speculations about their impending divorce also started to circulate. Despite the Gaineses' claims that they were still going strong, many admirers weren't persuaded. Cash Snickers. Furthermore, other dark and nefarious rumors circulated, conjecturing as to the real cause behind Chip and Joanna Gaines' decision to cancel their program. Many believed that the reality TV pair had left the program because they had demanded and been refused a significant salary increase, as it was obvious to them that they were highly motivated by money. Take a break from it. The world went crazy trying to figure out why the Gaineses had chosen to end their popular program, but in the end, they came clean and told the truth. Furthermore, it wasn't that exciting. After working so hard on it for many years, the pair said they wanted to take a little break and concentrate on other aspects of their lives. A grave error. Regretfully, due to a controversy surrounding the program, Chip and Joanna Gaines would face legal action on many occasions after that. Another occasion was when a lady hurt herself on one of the picnic tables outside their Magnolia studios and filed a $200,000 lawsuit against them. The Gaineses refused to back down, claiming they had nothing to do with the damage. Canine drama. Rumors started circulating concerning problems with the Gaines' dogs, as if there wasn't enough drama and conjecture surrounding their personal and professional lives. The Gaines' dogs were reportedly taken to the pound by animal control after a neighbor complained about them being let to prowl the neighborhood. Elegant conflict. Unfortunately, this awkward issue didn't finish with the drama of their canines being taken to the pound. In actuality, the Gaineses were cited for failing to provide adequate care for their pets and for neglecting to pay animal control's penalties. They both ended up being jailed and having to repay their different debts after escaping the penalties for a period. Taxes and death. Regretfully, the Gaineses' failure to pay debts they owed and subsequent legal troubles were not unique to this aspect of their life. Did you know that one well-known couple neglected to pay all their property taxes, even with all the wealth they had amassed from real estate? Yes, it is correct. This time, the complaint included debts over $12,000. Hurt! Money is important. Many fans and friends may not have been shocked to learn that the Gaineses were being sued for evading their tax bill, since they were previously aware that the couple wasn't always the most morally upright in all of their financial dealings. According to a story in the New York Post, Joanna Gaines attempted to demand $150,000 per hour to sit for her own deposition. How absurd! Owners have already acquired properties. The homeowners have already decided which house to purchase before the cameras even film, much like in many other house-buying programs. To appear on the program, you must be under contract. David Ridley, a previous homeowner featured on the program, said to New York Magazine, "They show you other homes, but you already have one." Nevertheless, Chip and Joanna present their customers with 3 possible residences at the beginning of each episode. Residents of Texas. Have you noticed that all of the houses are located in Texas? That's because, to be near their relatives, the TV pair exclusively renovates properties within a 30-mile radius of their residence. You must be a Waco, Texas resident to be featured on the program. In a Facebook Live Q&A, Joanna Gaines told followers, "Our kids are young, so Waco is where we're going to base our renovation business until they're all out of the house and off to college." Remaining in the dark. The homeowners aren't fully kept in the dark, even though Chip and Joanna make all the choices about their dream houses, so they have little influence. The homeowners get an update on the designs on Design Day, and the broadcast is divided into many portions. Homeowner Rachel White told Country Living, "You've heard about the ideas, but Design Day is when you see a visual representation of what they have in store for your home." One free furniture item. Homeowners don't leave empty-handed. HGTV always gives them at least one big-ticket item at the end. This ranged from a sectional to a dining room table. Yes, it's limited to one item, but since they don't pay Chip and Joanna for their design services, we'd say it's a great deal. The gorgeous furniture shown during the big reveal is staged and taken away after shooting, which is shocking, to put it mildly. It is possible to buy furniture. A detailed inventory of every staged item is provided to homeowners who can purchase the remaining furniture at a discounted price, even though they can only keep one expensive piece after the big reveal. They give you an itemized list of how much everything costs at the end to see if you want to purchase things at a discounted price, Rachel White told Country Living. Boards on Pinterest. In addition to requiring a minimum budget of $50,000 for each participant to be considered for the show, Joanna also requests that her clients create a Pinterest board so she can get a sense of their aesthetic before the renovations start. I put a white house with gray shutters on my Pinterest board, and they really went with that concept, Rachel White told Country Living. We were also unique in that Luke and I both created Pinterest boards, so she had the challenge of making us both happy. The homeowners must vacate the property during filming and find another place to stay, sometimes for over a month. As the process takes approximately 6 weeks to finish, homeowners may be without a place to live for up to 6 weeks. Not a single sneak peek. While it's undoubtedly difficult to resist looking, we can only imagine how much better the big reveal gets when homeowners are asked not to drive by or visit the property during construction. The Fixer Upper producers do everything they can to ensure that the homeowners' reactions are genuine during the big reveal, even if that means doing reshoots. Awaiting relocation. In certain cases, inspections and finishing touches need to be completed before homeowners can move into their new homes. So although the homes seem finished during the big reveal, that's not always the case. We can only imagine the excitement and anticipation of moving into your dream home, only to be told you have to wait a little longer to be able to live there. Protracted procedure. Before being chosen to be on Fixer Upper, applicants may be required to complete video interviews, phone interviews, written questionnaires, in-person meetings, and more. Participants may not always hear back from the casting director after submitting their application, and if they do, things move slowly. The application process entails more than 60 questions and requests for photos. Age limitations. Not only must applicants live close to Waco, Texas, have a minimum budget of $50,000, be able to vacate the property during renovations, and be willing to cede creative control to Chip and Joanna, but there's also an age requirement. Applicants must be at least 21 years old. This explains why, while young couples have been on the show, none have appeared particularly young. Acting proficiency. Being on a TV show means that some acting skills may be required from participants. The hard thing is remembering what you said before when asked to repeat it, former Fixer Upper participant Rachel White told Country Living. The show has been criticized for not being authentic because homeowners have to repeat the same words several times during reshoots. Homeowners have earned profits. Like many other home renovation shows, Fixer Upper can't stop homeowners from selling their properties once the cameras stop rolling. Many participants have listed their remodeled homes because they made a good investment or because their tastes changed. It doesn't seem like HGTV has any restrictions against this. In addition, many properties listed by the show's participants are listed for much more than they originally paid for them. Massive house poster was abruptly added. One of the show's trademarks, the enormous poster depicting the homes before renovations and concealing the new homes before the reveal, came to be a last-minute solution to the pilot. Chip Gaines told Glamour, "At the last minute, we had a friend of mine weld a 12-foot tall by 12-foot wide, and there's 2 of them, so it's 24 feet wide by the time it's all said and done. And I've got another friend in town who's got a small billboard company. When he put this thing together, I said, 'That is awesome.'" Homeowners can even keep the poster. Homeowners respond to individual properties. They film you walking into each room, then you have to talk about your first reaction, and they might film you walking again, Rachel White told Country Living. Focusing on one room at a time is hard because you want to see it all. While the homeowners' reactions are captured on camera, the participants see each room individually because the show weaves together a story for viewers. Leave of absence from work. Even though Fixer Upper works hard to minimize filming hours, after all, the show airs from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., homeowners should still budget for some vacation time. The show's tight filming schedule will require at least one day off. We did have to take time off to film, former participant Jeff Jones told Apartment Therapy. We did all our shots in one day. It was quite draining. Unwanted focus. Certain homeowners get unsolicited calls from fixer-upper fans when they feature on the program. But one couple had a local tour business get in the way of them. A local tour company called Waco Tours drives by our house 4 to 6 times a day to show people, Jeff said. According to Jeff Jones, "I guess that's the price you paid to have your house on TV," Apartment Therapy said. Not all content becomes television. It should not be shocking to learn that not all footage is used in the episodes. Participants are sometimes taken aback by what airs on TV and what makes the cut. The production decides exactly what airs in the episodes. Some aspects are cut. We worry about all the poignant moments we missed while watching Fixer Upper, since some of the most endearing ones are eliminated. Don't assist Gaines's one-on-one. Although many individuals imagine working one-on-one with Chip and Joanna Gaines, many who participate in the program don't really experience that. The majority of the homeowners' correspondence is with the design assistants rather than the HGTV celebrities. However, it makes sense given that the Gaineses are undoubtedly busy with their 5 children and several enterprises. The amount of craziness in their lives is unfathomable. Managing spin-offs. Fixer Upper ran for 5 seasons before ending in April 2018. It was immensely popular. However, the program has had a few spin-offs, such as Fixer Upper Welcome Home, which debuted in January 2021 and is currently airing, and Fixer Upper Behind the Design, which lasted for 1 season. The Magnolia Network presents Fixer Upper Welcome Home, a reboot of the original series. It centers on Chip and Joanna as they grow their family and company while renovating dilapidated properties into dream homes.
If you've watched the video till here, that means you've enjoyed the video. Subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notifications bell icon